I thought we could talk for a second. I don't know, I've been seeing a lot of your guys' comments, and there's a lot of disappointment, I guess, in your tone, a lot of stress, things not working out, giving up, feeling frustrated. And I'm not really worried if you guys are in a karmic situation. I guess I'm more worried if you guys are in a twin flame situation and then that's still going on, because that's going to be an issue. At the same time, I'm a believer of everything happens for a reason. Go with the flow, right? But you guys, we used to talk manifestation all the time, and I don't think we have lately. But have you been manifesting? Because remember, this is your reality, and everything that happens and everything you experience is a reflection of you. And I don't think we talk about that enough. We get kind of wrapped up into tarot and love stories and relationships and money and stuff, and we've kind of, for a while, not for a long time, but for a while, kept our distance from, this is my fault, this is my reality, this is my projection, it's all a reflection of me. And so your job situation, your marriage situation, your sex life, everything, it's a reflection of you. Even me, I'm a reflection of you, because you want to hear these messages. You know, your soul is asking for messages, and then I show up. That's your universe, that's your reality. So when it comes to, let's just example, go ahead and discuss your relationship, because that's usually what you come on my channel to hear. If you're in no contact, a lot of that is, I don't want to be contacted. Maybe I'm not even worth contacting. Maybe this relationship subconsciously isn't worth the communication, you know? And you manifest that, right? And then before you know it, it just gets more distant and more distant, because you're kind of energetically pushing away that person. Whereas you notice, guys, when you manifest somebody actually talking to you and you're manifesting that person, they call you all the time, they're texting you all the time, and you're like, why? I don't even want to be bothered. It's not that your desires are manifesting things in. It is your subconscious. It is your inner feelings, the things that go dormant, the things that just wake up in your dreams at night. Those things, that's what's manifesting. It's the automatic drive in your system. And so if you're like, oh, I don't care about this person, I'm over him, done, don't really care, looking for better things. But every day, subconsciously, you're driving and you're looking for that person's car. Or you go to the store and you're like, oh, I hope I don't run into that person. I hope I don't see that person. You see him. You fucking I said it well. You manifest them, and that's what happens. You see them. And when you don't want to talk to someone, a lot of the time you're like, I don't want to talk to them. I hope they don't call today. I hope they don't text. You know, they start texting, because you're like, why is it when I reject this person, they're calling me, they're texting me, but when I want them to, they're not? You know, I can't explain all the rules, but I can tell you that it works. If somebody's on your mind subconsciously, they're going to be in your life. If you don't want them in your life anymore, somehow you've got to try really hard to wipe clean the subconscious, because that's where they're living at, and that's where they're going to show up. And that's why exes come back. They're in your subconscious. You're attracting them. You're manifesting them. A lot of you guys will get over someone, but you can't stop feeling or thinking about them. It's all in that subconscious, and they will show back up. So can't you use that tool to your advantage to get what you want, if you know that's how it works? Yes. And that's the truth with manifestation. You can manipulate the way you manifest. It doesn't have to be automatic and natural and out of your control. You can manifest things if you practice that inner subconscious. And it does take practice. And let's use money as an example. I have a lot of money. It comes to me easily. It comes to me every day. I'm always getting money. Money's just finding its way to me. I find it where I'm walking. I get checks in the mail. I'm always getting notifications. Money's coming in. Every time I look at my bank account, more money's in the bank account. And if you tell yourself that every day for a long time, at least start with 21 days, boom, you are going to notice an increase in income, because you're turning the light bulb on in here and you're attracting it all. Just try it out for 21 days. You're going to see a much bigger improvement the more you do it, but in 21 days you'll see an improvement. If you really want to manipulate manifestation, that's when magic comes in, and you start to use candles, mantras, chants, spells. Those things are great. They are great tools. Why? Because they activate your subconscious and you start manifesting, because now it's subconsciously in your mind. This is why magic is probably the quickest way to manifest. Because in your mind every day you're like, I did that magic, I did that spell, it's working, it's on its way to me. I know that spell has affected something in my universe. And so every day subconsciously, after you do a spell or ritual or whatever you do, you're like, it's working. It's working, my spell's working. And then it starts working. It's not necessarily the candle or the spell, it's the thought. And that's why magic is such a quick tool to use for manifesting. Do you guys have any questions? I've manifested a lot. You guys are like, well, what is Stephanie talking about? What has she manifested? Isn't she a single mom? Doesn't she struggle sometimes? Yeah, you know, yes, and I have fallen back on my manifesting. It happens. Sometimes life's busy, especially when you're a mom of 3 kids and you've got a lot going on. Yeah, I haven't been manifesting anything major. But I did manifest 2 houses. I did manifest a luxury SUV. I did manifest a new business where I could work from home and not have to go out in the world and work for the big man. Now, could I make more money sometimes? Yeah, I need to manifest that. I get caught up and a little bit overwhelmed, and I think more than manifesting, I need to work on life balance. But I've manifested a lot, guys, and I am speaking from experience. If you knew me, you would know. How did Stephanie get out of that mess? I'm telling you, it works. And you could manifest much, much more than I ever did. So try it. See if you guys have any questions over here. I'm driving. I just have it on my steering wheel. I'm okay. I know everybody and their mother is like, oh, be careful. Be careful. You're driving. I am 40 damn years old. I can drive these streets asleep. I've lived here my whole life. Anyways, do you guys have any questions? Hi, Miss Me. Let's see. I'll answer your question at the next stoplight here. Leo Queen, I got to go, but I can't. Oh, you got to go. Doja Cell, you're laughing. Okay. Well, I'll just say something else then, since you guys don't have any questions. One of the quickest tips to manifesting is stopping your brain from thinking it's not true. So when you're manifesting, your brain will be like, nope, that's not true. That's a lie. There's no way I can make $1 million. Or that's not true. They're not even into me. That's not true. They don't love me. They love somebody else. You have to stop your mind immediately and say, stop it. That's bull crap. I don't even know where that came from. I don't even know where that came from. That's not my truth. No, we are the one they love. Yeah. How did I manifest 2 homes? I wanted to do real estate. I've been manifesting doing real estate for a long time, and wanting them, one for my grandmother and one for me, I knew I had to make it happen. And no one else was going to make it happen. She couldn't make it happen. No one was going to do it for me. So I knew that that is something we needed. And the drive of what I needed was more important than anything else. So I just stuck to my manifestation and kept imagining that she had her home and I had one for me. And some of the steps I took was obviously the very first step that we all know, appreciating what I had. And so I was in a nice place, and I was like, you know what? I'm comfortable here. Maybe I could own this place one day. You know, I would like to own a home. And I got out of the whole renter mentality. I was just like, I'm tired of renting. I want to own my home. Let me dress this home up. I bought some furniture, because you got to spend money to make money. You have to visualize to manifest. Sometimes it doesn't just drop to you in your lap in a silver platter. Like, oh, boop, there you go. You have a gift from the universe. That's not really how it works, not in my opinion. So I went and I bought a new bed. I bought a new sofa set. I had my income tax at the time. But I bought the kids' new bedroom sets. And, you know, I went out looking for nice things. I started cleaning my house. Feng shui, that's a big help, feng shui. And imagining the home in my mind as my own. And so I'm living there as if it was my home. And I'm doing the gardening, I'm mowing the lawn, I'm planting flowers. I do believe that planting plants or flowers is very grounding and is definitely a part of magic. And so I do believe that that helped. And so in my mind, subconsciously, I was doing the work as if it were my home. And my mind was like, Stephanie owns a home. Stephanie owns a home. Even though I didn't, Stephanie owns a home. Because I was acting like I was owning a home. And I also did a ritual, and I think I've mentioned this to you guys some years ago, but I did a whole candle magic ritual. It was during an eclipse. And then I buried it during a full moon, and I used drums to get into the moment, and I did some chants. I buried my spell that I had done, the craft that I had done, and right now. I don't know if you guys can hear me. I'm at a stop sign. Let me see. Sorry guys, I was at a stop sign. Damn phone calls always ruin it. Doja Cell. Making a rented home feel like home. Yeah, I definitely felt like it was my own home. I didn't want to think of it as it was a rental anymore. So yeah, I had buried my ritual work, which was my candle, my sage that I used, the flowers that I used, the oils that I used, the big sheet of paper that I used, the salt, everything, my whole entire, everything that I had when I did it, I buried it. And I spent probably about 20 minutes out there praying and chanting and putting it in the ground and believing that that was a seed that was going to come to fruition. And in that paper, what was written was I was going to own my own home. I didn't even mention 2 homes. I mean, that was in my mind. But I just said, you know, home ownership. And I had mentioned a certain amount of money that year, which I got. And I got a home that year. It was crazy. It was crazy how fast it happened. But life starts to fall apart as soon as you're manifesting. Life does start to fall apart a little bit, because it means the tower. When you're manifesting, the tower's going to hit, and everything that's been keeping you in your circle of, we're just going to call it madness, the way that it has been, is going to stop, and it's going to change. So it was a couple months after I did that. I want to say around 6 months, that my neighbor had died down below me. The homeowner that owned the home I was renting started thinking, I don't want to own this home anymore. There was one house and 2 apartments below me and a cabin in the back, and it was all on one property. And anyways, that's how that went. And my grandpa got sick. He got sick with cancer, and he was dying. So my world was falling apart. I got into a humongous separation from my son's father. Huge fight, huge separation. And the job situation was getting better, but everything else was falling apart. Then I got word that the homeowner that I was renting from was going to sell the property. It all happened, and it all just fell apart right after my grandpa died. At that moment, thank God I had the money that I manifested that month, because I was able to, with your help, because you guys really supported me during that time, I was able to pay for my grandpa's funeral. And, you know, funerals are like $10,000. It's not cheap. And then I was able to also put $10,000 down on a house. Or it was like 15. I don't know. It was probably 15,000, around that. And I had that money, and I never had that kind of money before, but somehow I had that money that month. And it was just that month when the homeowner was like, he knocked on my door and he said, I wanted to give you a 30-day notice. Your lease is going to be up next month anyways. We're not going to re-sign. And I want to give you a notice that we're going to be selling. So there may be people that want to look at the house and, you know, get ready. And I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I mean, I had money. I could go rent again, but that's not really what I wanted. And I just didn't feel like moving, because I just got all this furniture. I had a nice home. I felt comfortable. I was really liking my home. And I said, can I buy this house from you? I would like to buy this property because it's an income property. I would love to buy this. But it was kind of, there were some things holding me back. The amount of that house I couldn't get. So that was the kicker, and that was holding me back. But I had the money to buy. So I started packing up, and then I went and I bought. So I did buy a house. Sorry, that was a boring story, guys. But I just wanted to share with you, sometimes your world falls apart. 9 times out of 10, it's going to fall apart when you're manifesting your biggest dreams. And so here I am 4 years later, needing to manifest again, but certainly not where I was 4 years ago. And I'm in a whole different world. A whole different world. I'm working from home. I own 2 homes. And life could be better. Believe me, you know, it could be better. But I'm certainly better off than what I was. And so I'm grateful. And so I guess I'm bringing this up to you guys because I'm going to start manifesting again. And since I'm on the track of manifesting, I thought I would bring it up to you guys to help you manifest as well. Would I manifest differently? It depends what I want to manifest. If I want to manifest a physical thing in this world, like a house, or money. You have to use the ground. You have to use the earth. The earth is going to give it to you. Mother Earth. If you want to manifest love, the universe up there is going to give it to you. And so there's a whole different law of attraction with love. You want to focus on Mars and Venus with love. Attraction and passion and romance. You know, and if you want to manifest, I mean, what else is there to manifest? But let's say better health. That's going to be Mother Earth as well. If you want to manifest fame, maybe you want to be a very famous person. You want to be well known. You want to sell a billion books. You're going to use the universe. You're going to use Jupiter. And you're going to use Rahu. And you're going to use the sun. So mornings and the sun is going to be a huge part of your manifestation if you're looking for fame. So, you know, it depends on what you want to manifest. So, I don't know what I want to manifest yet, but I always want to manifest more money. I always want to manifest more property and more things like that. So I'm probably going to be working on that. But if you guys want to manifest love and things like that, there's things you can do. Wearing a red threaded bracelet with a diamond in it would definitely attract love. Even rose quartz, not everyone can have a little diamond, but rose quartz, yeah, that would attract love. There's things you can do on Friday and Thursday night that can manifest love. Red candles, pink candles, candle magic, bath magic, sexual fluid magic, perfume. There's a lot of different kinds of spells and rituals you can do to call that in. But I think the biggest thing for everything, like all together, is the subconscious. And like I said, the best example is when you see people that you don't want to see and they keep showing up, or you're getting calls from people you don't want to call you and they keep calling you. That's the manifestation. This is the biggest one at work. And you're just like, oh my God, how can I use that to my advantage? So just keep trying, guys. Keep working 21 days minimum on your subconscious thoughts, because that's really what's going to make what you want to happen. And watch that self-talk, because if you are manifesting things and all you're thinking to yourself is, this is not going to work, this is crazy, they don't love me, they're not thinking of me, they're happy, they're over there living their best life with some other karmic person, I'm just blah, blah, blah. It's all that self-talk. And you do have to quiet it and silence it. You have to tell it, no, that's not true. It's not true. I don't even know why I had that thought. That was a bull. Sorry, guys, I lost you there. But yeah, all this positive thoughts, positive affirmations, that is a thing, because it trains your subconscious. So quiet those thoughts. And if you don't see any results, remember, I didn't see results for like 6 months. Then it started happening. And then remember this, especially with money and things like that. If you lose your job, if something crazy happens with your family and a relocation, and that's all the universe saying, you asked for this, didn't you? You said you wanted a house. You said you wanted money. This is how we're getting it done. Don't ask questions. Just know the tower is going to fall. It's going to fall. And however it falls, it's setting you up for the next part of your life, which is the new manifestation. This life must crumble. It's got to crumble. A new life must be born. This one's got to go. And so just expect that. Before you start expecting results, just don't expect anything. And then when you start seeing bad things happen, don't be like, oh my gosh, my manifestation's not working. I must have done something wrong. I must have failed. I didn't do it right. I'm not doing it right. Get back in your head again. Tell it, stop thinking those negative thoughts. No, everything's actually working out exactly how it needs to work out for me to get what I want. You'll see the results. So I guess that's it, guys. If you guys have any more questions on it, we can do another video on it sometime if you want, or I could just, answer your questions in the comments. Just let me know. Let's see, I'm almost to where I'm going here. Hey guys. All right. Well, I'm gonna let you guys go because I'm almost to where I'm at. I'm at a stop sign. Miss me? Oh, I love you. Bye guys. I love you. If you have any other questions, just let me know. I'll talk to you later.